Nike hockey stick. Here we go as promised. I'm going to do a quick video on the stick itself, how it looks, how it feels, the style and design of it, who it's made for, and then we'll do a quick little comparison with a Y1 stick, which I think is quite similar. So to start off with, you can get this at Total Hockey, I think .co.uk, maybe .com. They seem to be the main stockist, so that's where you can grab it. Appearance-wise, I'm quite a fan, I do like it. The texture on it is nice. It's actually like raised dimples. Let's see if we can get that in focus there. So it does have a bit of texture to it. On the other side, we've got the same pattern, however, we don't have that texture, which I guess will be more to do with the control and how you use the stick. This one is a 37.5. It comes with one of those bog standard rubbery grips. Not even any branding on this one. We do have branding some way down the stick. Not much going on, and then the swoosh at the bottom there. On the other side, no swoosh. That's in the middle, going further up, and then not much along the top here. It's quite a light stick. I think we've got those details on the side here. Weight 522 grams. Got face angle and length on there as well. Don't know if you can see that on the camera, just there. So style-wise, very simple. I do like the carbon weave pattern which they've left naked. And then design-wise, some very interesting things going on. First one we'll try and touch on is this sort of head design. Not a great deal of depth to it, however the angle, they say, is to improve the power that you're going to get through the strike. So you've got sort of a flat back here which moves into an angled face, and then quite a steep angle here which we can sort of catch there. On the other side, typical flat face. We do have a grip texture which you can just about see there, running at an angle. Grippy, probably wear off after a few games, but they all seem to do it at the moment, all the manufacturers. It's been used a couple of times, this one. So for about 20 minutes at the most recent training session I had, I gave it to one of the lads who did a mixed bag of flicks, slaps, hits and reverse hits. He was really impressed with the reverse power he was getting from it on the tomahawks. Probably partly down to this really wide face that we have here. It's almost flat, especially compared to the Y1 stick that I'll grab in a minute. So it's big, flat surface here, and quite a steep angle, almost a right angle, which I don't know if I'll be able to show here, but you can see how flat it is. And then we're quite skinny at the top here. Usually I'd say the grip would come down to here on most sticks, but they've taken it quite high on this one. Maybe on the assumption most people are going to re-grip them anyway. Not quite sure. Really different design of the stick, where we go from quite skinny, taper outwards, using these big, wide, flat angles here, which you can sort of see with the light there. Other side reflects that, sort of tapers outwards, flat design, and then we go wide. This stick sits right in the middle of the range. It's meant for a sort of midfield, maybe defender. Strikers can use it too, but it's not designed for drag flicking or flicking or just aerials in general. It's much more of an all-rounder. Finn was using it the other day and really enjoyed it in a striking capacity, really liked the hit that it had on it. So fairly all-round stick. This is the 70% carbon one. I personally prefer 70, a little bit more forgiving, a bit more comfortable to use for sort of more non-international, we'll say, level. Maybe not national either, but you know, everyone has their preferences. So there we go. I'll grab the Y1 stick now so we can look at them side by side. So the stick I've been using for the past, well, for most of this season is the Y1 Envo LB70. Same sort of composite as our Nike stick here. In terms of design, sort of basic shape, very similar. However, we have slightly more angle on the Nike, I think, whereas the Y1 is a little bit more gradual. In terms of profile, our Nike stick has a way wider strike face here compared to the Y1, which is much skinnier, especially on their hot edge, what they call it here. On the other side, similar story. They've got that grippy texture, except the Y1 tends to just cut off straight here, whereas our Nike has the taper, which you can sort of see on there. I found both sticks to be quite soft, quite forgiving. Both have quite a powerful hit. I'd say the Nike is more powerful. I got a lot sweeter strikes out of the Nike than I get with the Y1. The Y1 seems a little bit chunkier, especially when we go further up the stick. Y1 is much wider. Might be able to see it better there. Much wider than the Nike. Nike's gone really skinny there, and we can see that the grip comes a bit further down as standard. I have re-gripped this with the chamois grip from Y1, which is lovely, by the way. Would recommend it. And I did come a tiny bit further down, but generally about the same. So all in all, to wrap this little quick video up, I'd say that the Nike is definitely trying some interesting things, trying some new things, trying to set themselves apart. I've no idea what their budget would have been for developing the stick, but there are certainly some big differences compared to the Y1. Worth mentioning that Y1 is made by players, for players, being Chris Ray, who started the brand with a partner, whereas Nike is obviously a huge company, so there could be two completely different takes on how to build a stick from these two companies. It'll be very interesting to see how the Nike holds up throughout the season. Thank you for watching.